Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Continuing the previous discussion, I have included the review of the previous lecture. I haven't included all the important points, just those which needed more discussion. One is that modern age is the self-conscious break of the Victorian values and traditions. And the next is, this is relevant to our lecture today. And the next is use of the new writing techniques by the modern writers to cope with the new sensibilities of time. And we have ended up the lecture with this phrase, new sensibilities of the time, which required some more discussion. Before we proceed, let me explain something very important to you. Look at it. English literature is not confined to England only. One thing is important to know that up to the beginning of 20th century, English literature is not confined to England only. Writers from US, India, Australia, New Zealand have started writing in England. These are the countries where English people have their colonies. Many writers from other countries came to England to make their career. So I mean to say that English literature has crossed the boundaries of the country of England and the whole Europe, and it is extended up to the whole Europe. So it is not, when we say that we are talking about the literature of the modern age, it doesn't mean that we are talking about England only. So it is very important to know. Then comes my last lecture ended up at a point where I said that old style of writing was not adequate to express the new sensibilities of the time. And I explained you that it means that the time has changed. Time has changed, and there is a marked difference between the Victorian man and the modern man, the Victorian writer and the modern writer. You know that as the scenario and the circumstances change, the human mind and feelings change too. We know that literature is the reflection to life. There were some very important factors which were responsible for this transformation of thought and feeling. I have enlisted them, and we will discuss them one by one. Keep in mind that all these factors are overlapping to each other. ये सारे फैक्टर्स जो हैं एट अ टाइम जो हैं एक माइंड को, ह्यूमन सेंसिबिलिटी को, ह्यूमन बीइंग को अफेक्ट कर रहे हैं. Number 1, it is already discussed that the Victorian tradition and morality was not acceptable to the modern man. Why? So simple that the world around is changing so fast and has such a deep influence on the minds and lives of the people that they can't help questioning, reasoning. And obviously, when you rely on your reason instead of religion, and when belief is replaced with reason, the outcome is anxiety. This age is known as the age of perplexity, age of anxiety, age of disintegration. The interrogating mind can never accept the ready-made set of moralities and beliefs. It resulted in individualism, which was given to you, which is a very important characteristic of the age. Individualism, which is contrary to the Victorian outlook of life. Next, second, third, fourth, and fifth factors. They are very, very important. These are the actual cause of disillusionment of modern men. Knowledge. Knowledge, the pride of man. And Freud is saying that what you know is very little. Rather, you know nothing. His theory of unconsciousness, that your conscious self is too small as compared to your unconscious self. His theory has shattered the pride of human being. He says that your knowledge is too low as compared to your ignorance. It was a very, very hard setback to psychological setback to human mind, to human sensibility. At the same time, Darwin is taking another view. What does he say? He says that he's taking away the innate pride of man by saying that man is the evoluted product of apes. Man is evoluted. पहले इंसान जो था वो बंदर था, अब वो इंसान बन गया है. क्रिश्चियनिटी ने तो उसको इंसान बनाया था, बट द रिलीजन इज़ टेकन अवे. एंड he is saying, Darwin is saying, science is saying that we are the evoluted form of apes. Where is that human pride to be man, to be the crown of the creation? The proud religious belief, when taken away by degrading scientific and rational belief, shook off the very roots of human mind. Oh, where is that crown of the creation? And then his theory of survival of the fittest. The same man, Darwin, is giving this theory, survival of the fittest. It brings the disillusioned man into a new struggle of survival, where there is a cutthroat competition, no courtesy, no religion, no morality, no moral values to support him. And what next? Karl Marx theory. Karl Marx theory awakening the lower middle and middle classes, raising the slogan of class inequalities. So we see that man is crushed by the surrounding, perplexing, naked and pinching realities. Modern age is a very, very complicated age. The last but not the least, very important, the drastically suppressing atheist theory of Nietzsche. Nietzsche says God is dead and Nietzsche is God. God is dead. So all the responsibilities are shifted from God to man. And do you remember Waiting for God? Existentialism, absurdism, atheism, all these isms, these philosophies has shattered the very confidence of man, his confidence in himself. Where did these theories take man? To nothingness? The first sentence of Waiting for God: nothing to be done, nothing to be said, no meanings, no vision, no hope, utter disappointment, sheer disappointment. Okay. Gradually, all these factors are taking the modern man to disillusionment. At the same time, we see that the socio-political scenario is heading towards First World War. पूरी दुनिया में जो है ये फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर जो थी, इसमें पूरी दुनिया इन्वॉल्व थी. तो वॉर इज़ द रिज़ल्ट ऑफ रेस्टलेसनेस, इनर एज वेल एज द आउटर. ऐसी तो नहीं जंगें हो जाती ना. सो फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर की तरफ दुनिया बढ़ रही है. एंड द हैवक ऑफ फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर एंडेड अप विद मोर डेवस्टेटिंग सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर. उससे भी ज़्यादा भयानक, ज़्यादा हौला देने वाली थी सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर. Now look at the picture of man in all this scenario. I recall a very valid line of T.S. Eliot who says, life is heap of broken images. This is what he's saying about modern men, about modern age. Life is heap of broken images. Broken images. Nothing is left. Nothing comes out of nothing. So these were the most important factors. There are some minor factors as well, which are not insignificant, not at all ignorable. For example, women are becoming more important. When individualism is becoming important, women are becoming important. Freedom, man is becoming free of thinking freely. When he is thinking freely, he is free to think about, everyone is free to think about himself or herself. So women's emancipation ended up to feminism. The next point is associated to Karl Marx theory. Karl Marx was a German philosopher, economic analyst, socialist, and a revolutionary figure. He set a milestone of radical change in society and economics, as a result of which the middle class uplifted. So we see that the whole infrastructure of the outer world as well as the inner world has changed. And modern man is left armless. Modern man is left helpless, standing stunned as in vacuum. He has no direction. He is confused. Fog is a very common symbol of the modern age. Fog. Fog, because fog makes the things unclear. Fog makes the things baffled. So when you'll study the novels and the poetry of this age, you'll come to know about these symbols as well. So these were the factors which resulted in new sensibilities. What was the new sensibility? This was the new sensibility. And this is the modern man, so helpless, so shattered at all levels, at social level, at economic level, political level, religiously, rationally, psychologically barren. So this is all for today. Till our next lecture, Allah Hafiz, stay blessed and healthy. Thank you.